YouTube, welcome to the vlog. Today's video is me speaking on international emergency situations, whether it be a global catastrophe, earthquake, tsunami, hurricane, tornado, stuff like that. And just in case you might have to bug out, or you can't bug out and you got to stay in depending on your physical capability. So the first things first, you are going to need, if you got a bug out, you are going to need a bug out bag. So with that being said, the bug out bag basically is a bag that you can carry all of your emergency items in. And you want to keep your bag to, depending on how physically fit you are, you want to keep your bag to about 15 pounds. I'm not going to say 20 pounds or 25 pounds, because imagine carrying a 25 pound or 20 pound weight everywhere you go. I'm talking everywhere. Eventually it's going to be like you just did a whole workout. So about 15 pounds, and 15 pounds of not the right things. I'm tired of hearing people say the right things. 15 pounds of the things that you need to get through your daily. Because I'm going to say this, there were people that do not have what the rich people have. You know, they got all the money, they could buy all the turkey and all the ham and there are poor people out there. There are poor people out there that were able to survive and make a meal out of nothing. And they had the best Christmas, the best Thanksgiving. So my hats go off to the people that made something out of nothing. Those are your true survivors. So let's get back into this video. This bag right here is what you would use in a bug out scenario, meaning you cannot stay in your location. You have to get up, you have to go. So your fortress have been compromised. It might not have been compromised, but you know this is looters in the area. They're kind of dangerous. You want to stay low key. You ain't got to put up a fight unless you have to. You are going to need your bug out bag and all the things that you need to carry in that bag, and you need to bug out. So a bug out bag would have multiple compartments for your medicine, start a fire, a knife, a flashlight, all your Band-Aids, just things that you would definitely need in an emergency. Once again, things that you will need, not what they're going to need. Your bag is not going to have the same as my bag, his bag, her bag. Remember that. Don't let nobody have you thinking you got all the wrong items in your bag. Because you're only going to put in that bag what you need. What do you need anyway throughout the day? I mean, need, not want. What do you need throughout the day? That's what you're going to put in your bag. Don't worry about everybody else. Now let's get into the fun stuff. Now, one thing you can do if you have to bug out, you can make yourself a checklist, and your notebook don't have to be this big. I'm just showing you. It could be a small notepad that's probably no wider than this white sheet here and half the size of that. So like a small little number book or something. And you could jot down all the things that you need. So whenever you got a bug out, you check off and make sure everything is in there. Or you can keep all those items that you need in that bag and ready to go at the drop of a dime. Okay? And that includes some protection for yourself. So a notebook and a checkoff list is very important. Now, I can start off by saying a lot of people might not have one. Get yourself a knife. Some kind of razor. A razor cuts really easy. Get yourself a razor, but you want to get some kind of fold-up one like this. That way you don't cut yourself with the blade. This can do many things. If you're in a car, you got to cut the seat belt. You got to hurry up and get out. Car flipped over. Pull this out. When you're cutting the seat belt, don't cut towards your body. Pull it out. Bring under and cut the seat belt. You cut away from your body. Never towards yourself like this. You cut away from the body. And this also can be used for personal protection as well. This is a Cobalt razor. You can get this anywhere at your Lowe's. anywhere you got a hardware store, mainly you find it at a Lowe's or a Home Depot. Now, some of y'all might find it at a convenience store. I mean, I've seen the craziest things at the convenience store, depending on who owned that store. So, now, I'm just going to be bouncing around. Nothing has to be in order. So, here's another knife that you can have on you, on your person, on the side of you, and a shield, sheath. You can put it right down in the sleeve, and you can protect yourself and protect the blade from you cutting yourself. And you can use this for hunting, cutting fish. If you're a meat eater, you might have to get you a squirrel, a groundhog, whatever, a dove. I've seen people eat birds. I know some people have eaten dove back when I was a young buck. But this right here has sawing teeth on it. So you got your sawing teeth, and you have your fine cutting. And you can use this for stabbing if needed. Personal protection and hunting and cleaning and cutting fish. Excellent for cutting your your twigs for starting a fire. So if you got to start a fire, you can put, let's just say this is a twig. You can go ahead and cut a tree branch with this. You got a short stroke, so like from here, so it's there, and that's basically where all your power will be back in here anyway, not up to the front. So they actually put the teeth right in the right location, because if you're going to keep this, going to be close cutting. And your strokes will be like that, opposed to, so there you go. You're going to definitely need you a hunting tool. Okay, now, this one is pretty cool. This can strap to the bug out bag, or it can strap to your belt. It's Velcro with a snap button. So here's the Velcro, hear it, along with a snap button. So there's a snap button. What is this used for? I can hear you already. You have a water bottle, okay? You're going to take this right here. It's two little buttons. You press on, pull it out. You have, this will open up. It allows this to open up. So put this back in here to click. When you pull this out, you're able to put a water bottle in here. Once you put the water bottle in there, you are going to put this to the body of the female end of this device. And this will go on your belt. Tuck it under your belt. Pull it around, snap it, and your water bottle would hang down like so. So where you take the cap off your water bottle, you're going to put it in here and let it hang. And this will hold your water bottle. Whether you run it or not, trust me, this will hold your water bottle. And you're going to make sure you're going to put it under the plastic lip of the water bottle itself and not under the cap. This is a really good device. You can put a small flashlight in it. You could put some kind of weapon of some kind, whichever you choose, maybe a stick with a handle, and this would clamp it and keep it in there perfect. Now, well, this isn't a big enough flashlight, but there are flashlights, actually, well, this will work, because it has a clip on it. So your flashlight can hang in there like so. All right, and you want to keep yourself a flashlight. A flashlight, not too big. You don't have to go all out with that big Police 1986 I see you flashlight. You have something real small, and a flashlight can be used as a weapon. Well, how can a flashlight be used as a weapon? You can blind your target. You blind them, or if you don't have a strobe effect on it, which is blink, 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 to blind somebody, you can smash the button multiple times, and that'll give their lights that blinding effect. And then once you shut it off, you can sneak off quietly and they never know where you went. And that would be if you in the woods and you at a safe distance. You can blind them, hurry up, jump in the creek, flow downstream, they never knew you left. Untraceable. This flashlight can also be used as a weapon. Put it in your hand. Has pokers on the side. You can poke somebody, hit them in the head a couple times if you got to. I'm talking if they get up on you and you got to do what you got to do. You can't be scared. Listen, whenever you are approached by a threat, it's you or the threat. I'm leaving. He's staying. Now, something else. I'm just picking items up off the table. Once again, not in order. This right here is really good. This here is Lip Med-X by Blistex. This is really good. You can put y'all. I know this is Blistex and it's for your lips if your lips are chapped, but this is also good for putting on cuts and wounds. Yes, it's a wound and cut dressing. It might sting a little bit when you put it on her, but it will cover that wound from air hitting it if you ain't got a bandage or nothing. And if you got a bandage, you could put the bandage on it. You ain't got a bandage, you could put cotton swabs on it, wrap some tape around it. Boom, you got your automatic Band-Aid with some artificial Neosporin. And this ain't Neosporin, but it works just as well. You can keep you a package of generic. You don't got to go all out with the best brand. Just make sure on the bag it's a nasal chest congestion. I really don't think these do a chest congestion justice. Oral anesthetic. So if you have some kind of gum infection or some kind of mouth sore, after it heals a little bit, you can put this in there and then it will do some justice to that. So it's an oral anesthetic and it actually helps heal wounds inside the mouth. If you bite too hard on your gum and you just got a little slice or a little gash, once it heal after a day or two, because the inside heal faster than the out, this will help and do you some justice. And this right here is just a MGC brand cough drop. You can look on the back and it says cough due to cold, occasional minor irritation of sore throat. Bow. Let me jump on something else. Check this out. Right here we have your typical gauze pads. You could use gauze pads for multiple things. You could wrap it on your arm, put it here, put it here. You can get them in emergency kits and stuff like that and wrap that up. Now, let me show you something if you don't have no gauze, no Band-Aids, nothing to patch up a wound. If you got a roll of tape, I should have had a roll of tape down here. I think I did, I didn't put it out. But anyway, electric tape, duct tape, masking tape, any kind of tape, scotch tape, you trying to stop bleeding. Put enough on it, it will stop. This right here ain't nothing but a bag of cotton swabs. It's 100 of them in there. It was more than 100 in here when I got them. I've had these over 3 years and half the bag is gone already. But 3 years, this is 3 years supply and it's supposed to be 100 of them in there. So 3 years, I've used these for multiple things, like getting hit with something thrown from a weed whacker, lawnmower, kicking a rock up on me, hitting me, and I dress the wound if I ain't got a Band-Aid on the spot and I'm out in the field working, doing whatever. Tape, Band-Aid, tape, and this is the Band-Aid. So you would take out the cotton swab. You can even shrink that bag down into a zippy bag and put like 30 of them in there or 10 of them in there and put them in there, pack them tight, because with a cotton swab, see these? You can squeeze them. So you can, it won't be big and bulky and taking up space. You can actually take pieces of this and do them for little finger cuts. Put your little lip balm on it or some Vaseline, that's another good one. Wrap it around your finger, put the tape on it, put this there, wrap that tape around that, you're good to go. You just made yourself a Band-Aid. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I stopped buying Band-Aids a long time ago. Band-Aids is something you would give to a little kid, maybe like Spider-Man, Superman, and they were like, ooh, they see that character on her, they want to put the Band-Aid thing, everything is all right. A straw. If you do not have water, a straw will come in handy. But you will need a shirt, okay? An old clean shirt. Keep you some cut up rags. Keep your cut up rag in your bag. Take that rag, double it. Take that straw. These are supposed to be copper straws, but the color changed on them, so I got ripped off. So you got a straight straw and you got the curved straw. Depending on your situation and your location, you might have to put this down in there. Now, what you're going to do to get this water through there. Well, how am I going to get that water through there when you can't put the cloth here, not even wrapping it. Smart way to do this, all right, is to put the cloth under the bottom. No, take the cloth, put it on the top, wrap it down, push it tight. Take the water, find you a creek, not a pond. Never drink out of a pond because it's trapped in water. You want to find a creek with running water. Make sure the water is running. Go over there. You know, the rocks in the creeks, they filter out the water, whether y'all know it or not. If you want to know that, look down at the rock. You see the green moss and all that in there. Rocks filter water, and then fish can drink clean water. If you see fish life in water, you can drink the water. All right? You can drink the water. If you need to survive, you can drink that water. Put that straw in there, put that cloth over top of that, put your mouth over the cloth, drink you some water. You don't got to chug the water, just get you enough to get you going again and keep moving. Because the shirt is going to catch all the dirt, all the funk is going to catch it. Boom, you got it. So get you some straws. These are copper straws. You order them, they might change color or not copper. But try to find you some real copper straws, not no plastic ones, copper. Now we're going to jump into what we call, just in case there's some bombs or something going off and you need to get to where you're going, but the noise is killing you and you can't think straight. Keep yourself a pair of these strapped to the side of your bug out bag. These are shooting range, sound suppressing ear muffs. Put these on, it block off all the sound. Wait a minute, hold on. And what I was saying is you know, what you say? I can't hear you. That's right. Blocks out all the sound, y'all. So these are really good. These one here are made by my Pelter Sport. Pelter Sport 3mm, well 3M earmuffs. They got some with sound. You can muffle out the loud and turn up so you can hear that surrounding around you. So you could buy some with a volume on the side. And what those do is you turn the volume up. They take whatever battery they take. You can hear people talking. It doesn't. So what the volume does is allow you to hear naturally. But the earmuffs are still going to do their job with drowning out the sound. So the battery part does not drown out the sound. That's only to turn up the speaker so it can hear the surrounding. And the earmuffs on you in general is going to drown out the sound. If you were somebody that takes some kind of medical machine and it needs plugged in and the power grid went down, but your vehicle was still able to be ran, or you got some batteries sitting on the side, save yourself some car batteries too, by the way, y'all. Don't ever throw away your car batteries or trade them in and give them to somebody else, like Advance Auto. Take these, plug it positive, negative. You have plug-ins, like your house plug-in on that side, and you have a USB. Plug this on there, turn your machine on, you use a nebulizer, turn on, you can get your oxygen. If you need somebody to like a little bit of light, just want to keep your phone charged, go ahead and, I know the phones ain't going to be working, but whatever you need plugged in there, like some kind of medical equipment, go ahead and plug it in and use it, get it charged up, or however your machine works, you got you a power. This is almost like a power inverter, all right? This is made by Syntec. And there are the two plugs, your household plugs, right here. Boom, boom, and the USB. Earplugs. If you camping and you don't like bugs, and you don't want no bugs crawling in your ear, boom. Get you some earplugs, squeeze them, roll them around, stuff them in your ear, they swell up, and they block out bugs from going in your ear. My advice to you, if you got a bug out, do not use two of them. Why do I say that? Put one in your ear to block that and keep one ear open for invaders, somebody invading your space coming to do harm to you, because you need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to hear what's coming and going. Food. Get you some, and you don't need to have a million of these. I'm just showing you some things that you can put in that bag. How many you feel like carrying, that's up to you. I'm just showing you two items. The Armour Vienna sausage, I love this brand. Some of y'all might not like this canned meat, but in a crisis, you will need to eat. I don't care what you say. Peanuts, crackers, like this. This could be in your bag. This shelf life, you good to go. Shelf life for this lasts longer than this in a can, trust me. It's going to be nasty, but if you ever eat it 5 years later, it's going to be nasty, but it'll keep you moving. This right here, this will keep you moving, all right? This is a shelf life of, I'm gonna say a good that 10-year talk, I don't do all of that. I'm gonna go a year. I say a year on the shelf with any of this. a year on the show. I don't care what they say. They'll say anything to sell y'all something. 1 year, it's a wrap. I got to find something else. So stock up. If you get something dated after, you good, because that's another year. Remember that. A year only with pot canned meat. This is the Spam, and this is the Vienna sausage. You can feed, and you got to ration your food. 1 can. If you only got 6 cans of this, it's like 6 links in this of sausages, like that. All right, it's 6 of these in there. So you might be able to eat. If you got a posse with you, then y'all gonna have to split one and keep it moving. The next can. Y'all, this could last you a while depending on how you carry yourself. If you somebody that's able to fast, you might be good, but only for a short period of time because the body's gonna need that boost. That's Spam. You eat these straight out of the can, by the way. They pop tops, so you good to go. These are gonna be very valuable when times get rough. Keep yourself some headache pills. All right, these are allergy medicines, but if you need some headache medicine, make sure you keep you some. And you hear this? You don't want that noise when you're traveling about. So them cotton swabs that I just showed you, take a couple of them. If your bottle's dry, what I mean by dry is halfway down, pack it down so the bottle don't move. So put a couple cotton swabs in there. When you're moving, you won't even hear the shake. 2 or 3 cans of this in your bag will be all right. This right here is your Armour chili beans with a little bit of meat in it. Boom, you good to go. Oh, keep a can opener. You can pop this open. You can feed about 5 people with this. No, you can't. I can eat one myself. Well, in times of hunger and you need to survive, 5 people can eat that. You only need about 3 spoons. After about 3 spoons, everybody is eating and they doing good. And they strong. You're going to need some form of communication. When I say communication, you're going to need some form of staying in touch with the world, and you're not going to be able to communicate back with them, but you can tell if there are some people still out there. And this is a scanner, fire police, and emergency weather channel. Boom. Something we all gonna need that's gonna be off the shelf. Get yours now. Small propane tanks. Get the nozzle to go on top. Boom, easy fire starter. If you need to turn on just for a second or two to heat up a little small room, if you got to bug out. And if you got to bug out, you got to find some shelter. Make sure your shelter is small. If you got to build a tent, make sure your tent is small so when you turn this on, you got heat built up real fast because the area is small. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. You already know what this is. Boom, you know what to do with that. You know where to put that. You know where to put that. Boom, you know what that is. I ain't got it in the video. Keep yourself a pair of emergency goggles. You never know when you're going to need them glasses. Rice. This here, you go in these mason jars, about 1 or 2 mason jars. But if you got to bug out and you got to grab one of these jars or 2 jars, you got rice. Rice can fill you up. You need water to go with rice, so my best bet is to you. I got 2 cases of water here. Y'all don't see it, boom, bow. And if it's just you, that's all you need. You ain't got to be raping the shelves, y'all, beating everybody else to the product, because once again, if you got to bug out, everything that you stocked up on, you can't take it with you. You can stash it somewhere, but somebody else might occupy that space. I hear people talking about they go to the mountains. They go 7 miles out. They go 15 to 25 miles out to get to their bug out location. Y'all, how big is the world? You really think that you're the only one that discovered that area? All people got to do is pull up the Google map. People been Google mapping for years. Areas that ain't got nobody in, they thinking they're taking shelter there. But remember this, if you got an area that's real wide and real big, that's really basically an easy target for you. Not for you to pick somebody off running through the field. Oh, you can see them, they coming through the field. It's so much field, you think you got them in sight. You got time to get them, right? You think you got time to get them. Stop thinking that. Stop thinking because it's 100 yards in all directions. You the only one in that area. They coming to get you. They gonna surround that area. You got to come out of that hole one day. This right here, cutting small fish, big fish, cutting bushes, a little tree branch, It's a personal protection tool as well. We're gonna go to this real quick. This right here, I got few more items and I'm done. This right here for cutting bushes, self-defense, bushes, clearing your path, you good to go. Keep you a sword, a machete, whichever one you prefer best. I prefer this. This one is from the actual movie Blade. Here it is right here. This is from the actual movie Blade. These right here are beef jerkies. You can use these to get that little bit of energy to get you through the day. That's the brand there. That's the brand there. The brand doesn't matter. Just make sure you keep your little snack to keep you moving so you ain't got to go into your little emergency food and try to get moving with a full course meal. Oh, one more thing, two more things, and that's it. This right here, if you got to bury something and you don't want to bug out from your house, but you want to keep something, you can put something out in your yard and bury it. This right here, this igloo cooler, you can put multiple things in here. I'm not going to tell you what to put in there. You put in there what you want to put in there. Take the lid off, put your stuff in there, tighten up the lid. You hear me? Tighten up the lid. Put a little electric tape around the seal, couple bands. Take this in the dirt, bury it, boom, you good. Or put it in a garbage bag. Put your tape around that. Then put it in the ground. Bow. If you got to get out there and get that a month from now, 3 months from now, you good to go. Last but not least, very important. This right here, people, look at this. Hold on, let me show y'all something. Ready? Watch this. Hands down, yeah, I'm combat ready. Like if I was outside and I could show y'all, didn't want to do my background like that. Hold on. Did it again. But anyway, I'm just trying to show y'all that this right here is a weapon, walking stick. But why do you think I really want to show y'all this? If you ever have to cross a pond or a creek, most people can swim. Most that can't swim, they really don't drown because they can't swim. Some get stuck in the mud of creeks and rivers, and then they can't get out. That's why y'all never see them surface. A struggling swimmer you'll see his head until they can't swim no more. Then they drown. If somebody jumped in the water and they immediately never came back up, they got stuck in the mud or something that's holding them in underwater. So before you cross a creek, river, or stream, have you a walking stick, tap the ground all the way across. All the way across. You want to hear that. You won't hear that, but you want to feel solid. When you feel solid, you know it's safe to move. All right? And if you have to, take somebody in front of you, you hold the back end, they hold the front. He going up or she going up or they going up, y'all holding this stick. Y'all holding this stick. When they fall, hold on the stick, don't let go. You pull back, you good to go. Love y'all, stay blessed and get you some rope. Holla at your boy. Now I got to cut this camera. I got to walk all the way around here to cut this. Comment, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. You like the video, feel free to donate to the channel. Cash App is in the bottom, or you can super thank your boy. Love y'all, stay blessed.